Hope everybody's doing well. Sorry I haven't made a video in a while. Just been really busy, got a new puppy and just have had my hands full. That's a definite understatement. But wanted to just follow up. I know I've said that I was going to try to give some performance feedback after getting the tires and the rims. Everything's been fantastic. I'm up to, I think 2,200 miles in this cart now. I think I've put 1,000 maybe on it with these new tires, something like that. It's just been fantastic. And one of the reasons I wanted to make this video is, like I said, I haven't made one in a while, but I missed a couple of comments and I thought I'd answer those questions as far as just kind of, I don't know, update everybody on how things have been going. One of the questions that somebody asked is, what would I do differently with this cart? And, you know, I guess the first thing that comes to mind is it goes all the way to lithium again. I can't say enough about it. It's just absolute game changer. I wish I would have done it as soon as I got the cart. It's a big decision. I understand that. You got to pick the right battery because it's a big investment. I'm glad I did my research, but I'm glad it all worked out well. I am not some Roy Powell like sponsor or someone that tells everybody to buy a Roy Powell battery like mine. I honestly, if I suggest a battery to get, I say get Extreme Team, even if you have to wait for it, because the best mechanic that I know golf carts, Justin Radar, he's told me it's the best batteries, and I believe him. It's that simple. Talked to the CEO of that battery company, and they know what they're doing, and they take a lot of pride in their batteries. So that's the battery that I would have gotten, but my battery has been fine. Like I said, there's a lot of miles I've put on it, and it runs fine. And it's just having that power at all times and never worrying about range. Like I had this little trailer hooked up, got a bunch of bodies on the cart, a bunch of people in this trailer and for Halloween, and you just don't think about the battery dying or if the cart can pull it or anything like that. It's just unbelievable. Another thing I would do differently is, so what I mean by the lithium is I just would have gotten it sooner, even though I got it fairly quickly, a few months down the road. Another thing I would have done is I would have gotten car tires immediately, or as soon as my first set ran out. I wouldn't have gone through another set. I was wearing those tires pretty good, the street tires I bought, especially in the front. I guess it's just taking off and everything and the turning. But car tires, they just obviously are gonna last a lot longer. They're used to having a lot more weight on them. So, they're supposed to go 60,000 miles. Obviously, I'm not gonna get close to that, and it's not on a car. So these tires should last a very long time. And they've been awesome. The worst thing I had to do was I had to trim the fender flares a little bit more. Something I'll mention, a lot of people, I don't know if you've noticed this, but if you get lithium and then you put people on the back of your cart, it can rub the fenders. And I think it has something to do with losing weight, the cart, the way it sits. When you take away the weight of the Trojans and you put a lighter lithium battery in, it causes it to rub. At least it did on my cart and someone else that I knew. And so I had to trim the fender flares for that. But then when I put these tires on, they're a little bigger, I had to trim the front and the back. And something that I wish I would have done is called, there's a mechanic he's a mobile mechanic here where we live. And after I had messed with it for hours trying to get it right, he came to my house and he just, less than an hour, the thing he did so much smarter is he took the fenders and he pulled them up. He made new holes. And since they were up, nobody can see the difference. But the fender flares, they don't rub. I mean, he did a little more trimming, I guess, but he just made everything look a lot better. And I thought that was fantastic. I wish I would have gotten this logo that I had made a lot sooner, but you can't really do that. I did it because the way the cart came together. I thought it was worthy of the name, and that's the name I used to have on a Jeep when I was younger. What else? What else would I do differently? In the forum for Buggies Gone Wild, A-Train had a nice write-up on how to add these mirrors, and me and my son installed them. And it's nothing against A-Train or anything like that. It's just that I would have probably gotten a little more expensive mirrors in hindsight, because those, they kind of sag a little bit. I have to keep adjusting them at times. And maybe mine are faulty, I don't know, but I probably could have got a better pair of mirrors is all I'm trying to say. I would have got the sound bar, the Echo X gear. I would have gotten that a long time ago. I mean, I only got it a couple months ago. I wish I would have got it sooner. It looks good, it sounds great. I mean, it's really loud. Everybody knows that. So I wish I'd have done that sooner. I wish I would have gotten registered a little bit sooner. I just did that recently, and it's nice not to worry. I can go a lot further, especially with the speed I have. It's nice that I don't have to worry about that too much where I drive now. What else? I did put 2-inch spacers. I don't know if I've mentioned that to everybody. I did put 2-inch spacers on it. And something else I've never mentioned is I put these deer whistles on my cart, because there's a lot of deer where we live. Not a lot, but there are deer, and I'm worried that I'm going so fast at times that they're gonna pull out or run in front of me. So we used to do that back home where I lived when I was younger. I put them on cars. My dad did. So I added these long time ago, and it's just interesting. Sometimes you'll see deer kind of just sitting there waiting for you. They hear it. It's kind of cool, I guess. And I hate to confuse them, but I just don't want to hit one of them. Let's see. I don't know. I'm going to think of something else. But that was one of the questions, what I would do differently. And so not a lot that I would do differently. I guess there's a lot of stuff I would have done sooner, I guess, is all I meant to say, outside of the mirrors. Another person asked in a comment, I think his name was, man, I can't think of it now, but he was asking, he has an Advanced EV 6-seater. I think his name's Adam, and he wants to get a Roy Powell 105 that's not a P version, because it's a pretty good price and all that. I wanted to know if he thought it would work. I'm not a professional, of course. I always say that, so do as you think is right, but for me, I don't see any issue with that at all. 105 for you having a non-lifted 6-seater, you're not gonna have any issues with that cart, with BMS or anything, in my opinion. So you'll be fine with that. I know a lot of people are getting 105. That's what dealers are pretty much pitching them. I don't know if they're doing it just for 4-seaters. I think they're doing it for 6-seaters too, if I'm not mistaken, but you'll be totally fine with a 105, in my opinion, even though it's not a P, because you said you only go 15, 20 miles an hour. So if down the road you speed that thing up or turn up the controller, and then you add a lot of weight and you're going up hills a lot, I guess maybe you could worry about BMS, but that's something you're not going to do, is what you're saying. So, you're not going 30 miles an hour, and hopefully you're not going up hills for a very long time. That's the reason the P battery is better. They fixed that discharge rate that it tries to, what the battery tries to pull. Somebody asked about how you can program the controller. Just go into Buggy's Gone Wild and look up Icon programming. Everybody's talking about it. So I tried to make a more fun video for you all today. I tried to record just footage of driving, but it is a cool day here and it's real blustery and it just sounded horrible. And I tried to make it more interesting. I'm sorry, but anyway, I hope that answers some of the questions. If you have more, just comment below, and I will get you all some live footage. That's another thing I wanted to mention. There was a fellow that wanted me to see if I could get another Icon and kind of drive beside it and show how the distance between that lithium and a regular Trojan. I actually thought about that, and no matter how I do it, it's almost like you're asking someone if you can, I don't know, you're degrading them, because your cart's just so much faster and it goes so much further, and that's not what I'm trying to do. So I wish I could do that for you. It's just you can't really do that to show everybody, because the person's not going to be able to stay up with a lithium battery for literally not very long at all. People just don't realize the length. I know I keep saying that, but take your cart with the Trojan batteries, see how far, go 15 miles, and see what your percentage is when you're done. My guess is you're going to be in the 70s, I'm guessing, depending on how fast you drive. But I'll go 15 miles and I might use 2 bars, probably 1.5 out of 10. And that's just how good this lithium battery works. So once again, it's not, I had the Trojan batteries, they're great. And if you can't afford lithium or you don't want lithium, it's no problem. But I can't really do the real world of showing you the difference because it's downright, I don't know, kind of complicated. I'd have to really drive slow, and I'm not into that. I like to go. So anyway, sorry for this video being kind of boring, but I wanted to at least check in. I appreciate you guys watching the videos, and I'm gonna try to do something a little more fun here soon. All right, thank you. Have a great day.